words put together, nursing father. You take nursing father, study it, go back and challenge me on this. Go back and research it. Nursing father means to have faith. Now, how does that has to have faith? What does that mean? Because the scripture through the Hebrew always have a tangible source for you to look back at to. It's nothing abstract that we have to paint it in our mind and figure it out. It's something that you can see. Are y'all hearing what I'm saying today? It's something that you can feel. So a nursing child, what do they need from their parent? They need to nurse. So because they need that, they have to work at it. They have to suck to draw forth the milk from their parent. And the parent has to be there to provide for them. Therefore, the child looks to their parent as a nurturer to be fed. Now, we say that we believe in the Father, but we do not look to Him for all of our nourishments. There's a song that I like to sing. My sheep hear my voice, they come running to me. But you say you're my sheep and I'm your shepherd, but why are you not what? Following me. I'm telling you, this is the way, this is how you receive me. But we got to get this faith thing back to where it belongs. It's not something of thought, it's something of do. Somebody say do. Do. Come on, listen, say it like you mean it. Do. Y'all say do. We have to see what the Word is telling us. The Word is telling us that we have to be as a child suckling the breast of the Father. Why was these words put in a certain way? Look at what Moses says. I'm like a nursing father. A nursing father. Who is our father? El Shaddai, meaning the many-breasted one. Come on, y'all. Can y'all see this? So the Father is saying, come to me and you can draw from me. You can glean from me. But you cannot do that by just saying, I believe that I can suck on your breast. You have to attach to Him to receive the thing from Him. You can't get just by saying, I believe. Many people that are going around teaching it, just believe in your heart. Confess with your mouth, believe in your heart. That's not the way. I believe that I can feed my family. But what the Word says, if a man don't work, somebody say that for me again. If a man don't work, come on now. But I believe that I can eat. I'm just going to sit back and be, well, do you not trust in the Father? I trust that the Father has given me wisdom and discretion. I trust that the Father Himself puts seeds in the ground to make them grow. Are y'all hearing what I'm saying today? Come on now. Faith in the Christian world is something thought of and not something to do. Faith is based on what we know about Yahweh and not what we do for Yahweh. You know, everybody says, you know what? I know that He's a loving Father. I know He's a just Elohim. Yeah, Yahweh is good and His mercy endures forever. I know that Yahweh is, He's compassionate. But because you know these attributes about Him, does not mean that you know Him. I know that this brother have a white shirt on. I know that he have jeans on. I know that he's a black brother, but I don't know him. Are y'all hearing what I'm saying? I know things of him by what someone told me, but I don't know him. Are y'all following what I'm saying now? Now, you sit down in churches every Sunday, Sabbath, whatever you want to call it. You can sit down weekend after weekend and someone told you about your Elohim. They told you about the Father, God, Jesus, whoever else you want to call Him. They told you about that, but do you know Him for yourself? Right. Did you build a covenant relationship with Him? Did you get to a place where you know that He has put you in a situation that you can trust in Him with some of your heart? With all. He's requiring this of us. And that trust is not something that's built upon believing as we think that we've been taught our whole life. It's something that we are doing. It's an action, my brothers and sisters. Praise God. Hallelujah. Let's go. Let's get a little deeper now. Because I don't want y'all looking at me and saying this brother's off his rockers. I'm going to give y'all scripture because man shall not live by bread alone, but by every word that proceeded out of the mouth of Brother Isaac. Y'all didn't appreciate that just now? Because pastors get upset when you believe what they say. You can go to another church, you know, oh, what the word says. If the word don't agree with you, then you in error. Ibrahim chapter 11 verse 1 says this. That's Hebrews chapter 11 verse 1. Turn that with me, if you will. I'm going to take my time on this one. For the longest in my life, I've been dealing with this scripture because it never settled in my heart from what I was taught in the world. And recently, I finally got what I needed from this. I finally got what I needed from the scripture. And never, how many of us have been in church and a pastor or someone gave a sermon or talked about a scripture and it just didn't seem right to you at all? And you're still trying to search that thing out even today. Well, this is one of those scriptures for me. Hebrews chapter 11. Ibrahim chapter 11 verse 1 says, faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. Now, the first thing they're going to say, see, we got to be hoping for this stuff. Because hope what you're seeing is not hope at all. Y'all heard that before, right? Now, let's look at what the word says. Now, faith is the what? Somebody say that word. Substance. What is substance? What is substance? What is substance? It's something that you can do what? Touch. Faith is something that you can touch. The next scripture, next word it says, it is the what? Evidence. What is evidence? It's proof. You bring evidence into court to prove someone to be guilty. Anytime that you go to court and if they have no evidence, then it's a hung jury. They have to throw the case out because there's nothing, it's probable cause. It's not, you can't convict me of something that you don't have evidence of. Remember, if the glove don't fit, all right. The evidence didn't work. You got to have proof. Faith has proof. What do you mean, Brother Isaac? Do we believe? Wait. For by it the elders obtained a good report. Now faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. Now, what is it that we do not see? We do not see the spiritual things. Remember what the scripture says. Those things which are seen are made from those things which are not seen. So if we say that we have faith in an Elohim that we can't see, we have faith that he exists because I can see you and you can see me today. I'm the evidence that there's an Elohim in the heavens. Are y'all understanding what I'm saying today? The trees outside is evidence that Yahweh exists. Not only is it evidence that he exists, they have never changed their duty. A peanut tree, a peanut plant will produce what? Walnuts. A cow is going to start having pigs. The word tells us, go there. I want y'all to see this because y'all think Brother Isaac just rambling on. I'm crazy. This guy is mad. The word says this. Everybody, y'all okay with me right now? I don't want y'all to get, too lost. Bereshit, that belongs to the beginning. Genesis chapter 1, verse 12 says, and the earth brought forth grass and herb yielding seed after his kind, and the tree yielding fruit whose seed was in itself after his kind, and y'all saw that it was told, that it was good. Notice that they're using the masculine in this. Who bears the seed? Come on. Do the female bear the seed or do the male bear the seed? Male. So if I saw Caleb walk in a room and Chris was nowhere to be found, but I saw Caleb and I knew Chris once before, I have faith that Chris is the father of that son. Why? Because he is the replica of his father. Not only if I didn't know that, scientists today are now digging into the DNA, and you go on Marvin Povich show and it says he is not the father.
Right.
Oh, you are the father. Y'all know what I'm talking about, right?
Come on.
So now the DNA will give credence that Chris is the father.
Right.
He is the